here, he'd still be promoting downtown Libertyville and Main Street with all the fervor that he always did. So, I guess we know who's winning the award. I thought we turned open the envelope before we got through announcing it. But I want to read it again because I think it's cool. In recognition, the Don Lentini Award, a recognition of a downtown business that has shown exceptional leadership and dedication in the promotion and benefit of the downtown community following the principles of the Main Street Libertyville organization. I think that's really cool. And if my father were here, he'd probably go, come on, don't give me that award. He was a very modest guy, never wanted any credit for doing much of anything, and he'd give you the shirt off his back. But, so it does give me great pleasure that the first recipient is a longtime member of Main Street, a past Main Street Board of Directors, serving on the Economic Restructuring Committee Chair. We all know he's extremely generous, donates the room for the meeting here. He's a vendor at Out to Lunch, hosts the Twilight Shuffle post-race party. You know, the Main Street Dance without Mickey Finn's beer, I'm sure most of us, except for you two guys, have probably had your fair share at the event. Although, Brian, maybe just give him a little sip. And of course, he's the owner of Mickey Finn's, this great downtown institution. And I always remembered him as the guy who would sit with Mark Loeb. Well, Mark Loeb ate his burnt cinnamon raisin bagel every morning. And I think Brian had a cup of tea every morning, which I thought was a little bit, you know, but anyway. Anyway, without further ado, I'm honored on behalf of my father and my family. He was dressed better in the morning when he came for his tea, you know?
All right. I'm sure Don would be on my side and say, if he knew this many people were going to be here, really give away beer? Charge for beer. You know what? This is awesome. I don't even think, maybe they did, I don't know. I knew Don pretty well, and from 1990, Annalee helped me, and 1996 to 2003, 2004, I was pretty much at Some Other Nuts 4 or 5 days a week when I was in town, and it was black coffee, dude, come on, tea? And what I kind of picked up from Don and Some Other Nuts was, you know, an independent business owner who loved the town that he was in, and was certainly honest about how he felt, you know, things were and should be and have been, and very honest, which I appreciated. And it was very cool that it was kind of a gathering place. I think everybody kind of had their times. They would go to Some Other Nuts. You know, I was there, you know, between 8 and 9 o'clock, and you know, Mark Lowe would be there, and Tony and Dean would be there, and Barry Rezel would be there, and a few other guys, and it was just, it was really cool, the sense of community and routine to have, and really this kind of slice of Americana, you know, area that we live in. And, you know, I'm not going to say that's why, you know, things went the way they went, you know, the last 8 years with Mickey Finn's, but I'm sure it had a pretty big influence on me, and I just really appreciate him. And as for the credit and the award, you know what? I think that Mickey Finn's is on a really big stage sometimes, and we probably get more credit than we deserve, just because of the profile. But you know, I feel there's a big responsibility when you have a business in town, and when you live in such a great town as Libertyville. And we do what we can. We can't do everything, but we do what we can. And I know the residents, the way they support Main Street and have, and it's such an important organization for this town. And the volunteers. I mean, you know, I was a committee member and I was on the board, and man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and people really don't see what goes in. But I mean, at the end of the day, the end result is something pretty cool. And yeah, it's been a rough 2 or 3 years for everybody. And you know, you drive down the street, I guess you wouldn't really know it, but we've all felt the pain, but hopefully we'll feel, you know, kind of the benefit of that and the pleasure for the next 5 years as we get some great, good, positive growth, and just appreciate where we are and do what you can. So thanks you guys, I appreciate it, and thank you guys, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Brian. Your outstanding presence in the community. Help is so much appreciated. Volunteer of the Year. Dave Verbaten. When I first got involved in Main Street close to 4 years ago now, one of the things that was near and dear to my heart was the Economic Restructuring Committee and trying to find ways to bring tools to the merchants. And with the help of Jeff and John and Casey, you know, we've kind of taken the roundtable concept and kind of stepped it up to an extreme. And Dave has given his time, you know, at no charge to run these Growth Club events, which provide outstanding value to the merchants. So I'd just like to thank Dave for all he does for these Growth Club events. If you're a merchant, get to these things. They're really good. So without further ado, I'd like to call Dave up and thank him.
All right, right up front, I'm not very good at this. Well, most of the time. Thank you for the recognition. I tell you, I just have one mission, and that's to make an impact. And you've given me that opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave. Again, I'd like to thank all the generous town people that provided all the wonderful food to eat. Brian for the venue, all the volunteers that helped. Well, Selfless Family Promotion, my guys, Sammy and Nick, who helped. Sammy was the juggling act before the show. Well, tips for the effort. You know, I got to send them to college, so. But again, I'd like to thank you all for coming. You make this a wonderful event, and it gets better each year, and we're just going to have a phenomenal Main Street year. So we'll see you at the events. Thank you so much. If we could have all the award recipients come up on stage for a quick photo op, really appreciate it.